Psychic News Network. How y'all doing? What's going on? It's a very full time. Full. It's a very full time in the United States. I'm wondering if there's solar flares happening. Let's turn my cool light on. I kind of feel like there's a lot of solar flares happening. I don't know if anybody has the info on that, but I bet you could Google it right now. Are there solar flares happening? Are we having a big solar flare outburst? I'm wondering, because things have felt really intense. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for being here. Leaning into fall and falling into love. Oh, nice. Are you falling in love too? Lisa is saying, my cat has been acting strangely very clingy. Hi, Barbara. Hey, Warren. Yeah, there's something up. Maybe we'll read on that. Okay. I have my sliding glass door wide open. It got warmer here again, so, and it's a little bit quieter because it's not like the middle of peak tourist season anymore. Yippee! We like that around here. I just cooked up the most amazing piece of fish. I have to brag. It's delicious. I figured it out. I won't go on about it, but I'm so fortunate that I get to just go across the street and to the fresh fish truck and get some fresh seafood, and it's great. Anyway, enough about me. A couple of things. Tomorrow is the debate. You want me to tell you what I did? So I took the fish and I put some olive oil on it, and then I kind of dredged it in some flour, all gluten-free, and then I used gluten-free breadcrumbs and put some lemon juice and salt and pepper, sauteed some onions and garlic and fried it in that. So it was delicious. Anyway, if you want to try that, simple is best. What am I looking for here? I'm looking for something. I want to dedicate today's PNN to our friend Evie, who I didn't know passed away, but she used to come to our Church of Spirituality meetings. And I was actually going through the local paper looking for the obituary of my friend, my guitar player friend, David Brown, who passed away. You remember I mentioned that. And I hadn't seen Evie in a while, and lo and behold, she was in the obituary. So, you know, let's all just take a deep breath. Deep breath in, long breath out, and let's just take a moment to mourn those that we've lost and that we are losing. And to just feel appreciation. Yeah, stumbling onto an obituary is so disoriented, especially when I was wondering why I hadn't seen her in a while. Let's take a moment of appreciation for this gift of life that we all have, and that we do not squander it. Every day is a gift. We are all living on borrowed times. And speaking of that, before we dive into the cards, we're on the, and we're in the days before the anniversary of September 11th, 2001. Last week we had more school shootings. And what are you talking about, Warren? No, David Brown was not 78 years old. I know that. I don't know who you're talking about. Yesterday's Church of Spirituality was a special tribute to those that we lost on 9/11. We will never forget We'll be talking about that on Wednesday. No, David Brown was not 78 years old. Don't distract me. Life changes in the instant. Please go to At Church of Spirituality and watch that service. It would mean a lot to me. And subscribe while you're there. Anyway, so here we are. And tomorrow night is a debate. So first of all, we're going to dive in to some cards. Yes, thank you. And I'm going to ask for people tomorrow night at our meeting. We do a Grassroots of Democracy guided meditation for a healed America every single Tuesday. If you're on the Grassroots of Democracy list, the email list, you will receive a recording of it afterwards, even if you're not able to attend the meeting. So we will be doing that as usual. And during that meeting, I'm going to ask people if we can, as a group, send the song We Won't Be Backing Down to Midas Touch. Because I really do think that they'll play it. James Earl Jones passed on today. Okay. And I don't know where to start. Where shall we start? Thank you for hitting the thumbs up, and please subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is I'm going to pull 3 cards about Kamala Harris and what she's prepared for tomorrow night. Kamala Harris and what she's prepared for tomorrow night. What she's prepared for. She's prepared for a slew of lies. She's prepared for that. Rand Paul of Kentucky is caught up in the Russian influence scheme. If that's a question, that's my impression. Kamala Harris is preparing for a deluge of lies. Kamala Harris has Joe Biden's past experience of debating Donald Trump. I think they're briefing her using that as a frame of reference. Kamala Harris is going to bring up January 6th and all the evidence that we have. Hello, we saw it with our eyes. That's what my song is about. Our song. Kamala Harris is preparing for the deluge of lies. She's definitely, that kind of looks like Joe Biden. She's definitely been talking to Joe Biden about, I think my sense is that she's going over a video of the debate on June 27th between Biden and Trump. My sense is that she's been going over the footage of that debate. And she's going to bring up January 6th, which I thought that Biden would do also, but Biden was, that he has a stutter. I really felt like Biden was like a deer in the headlights with how many lies were coming at him, and it was just like, how do you respond to all those lies at once? I mean, when you're having a conversation with somebody, you need for them to be like making sense, right? Did you ever try to have a conversation with somebody who was absolutely everything out of their mouths was a total lie? I think that would be a hard adjustment for the brain to make. I really do. So anyway, that's what's going on. I know, can you imagine, Gloria? Honestly, can you imagine that? I'll fix my curtains. My light looks like the moon's coming out. We'll just pretend it's the moon. Speaking of the moon, next Tuesday is a full moon lunar eclipse. More on that later. I really can't imagine it. Like arguing with a drunk, yeah, that kind of fits. I'm trying to remember. I mean, the only time that I've come close to that is attempting to talk logic to a malignant narcissist. It's the only thing close that I can compare it to. Having a conversation with somebody who's only lying. You just can't argue with the sick mind. And I think that on June 27th, I felt like that's what happened to Biden. It was just like, I can't argue with this. Like, I don't know what to do with this. It's all, and it was all lies. Darlene saying, my ex was like that, first thing out of his mouth in the morning and all day. So how did you communicate? How did you communicate with that? That's like no communication. And that, you know, it was the June 27th, that was not a debate. And I said through and through, Biden won that debate. He was the only one that wasn't lying. Yeah, he stumbled. Yeah, he didn't feel well. Yeah, he probably took some cold medicine, you know, just would make you sleepy. SV Lone Star, just in case you're new, we do our very, very, very best to only think about things that we want to have happen. Will Trump be under the influence of some kind of mind-altering drug kind of a thing? I'm getting a not quite. I mean, strangely enough, I'm not getting, yeah, okay, so now I'm getting a yes. Okay, let's ask that again. Is Trump planning to be on some kind of a mind-altering? No worries, Lone Star. Thank you. Is he planning to be on some mind-altering? See, I'm getting a, you know, not right now, but I think that when it comes down to it, they're going to opt for yes. To give him something, to give Trump something. We know he has a huge history of being on stimulants. Yeah, you can't debate a lie because it doesn't exist in any kind of reality. Good point. What about dementia meds? I'm not familiar with dementia drugs. Are there dementia drugs? Hey, Thomas. Thomas is here. I mean, I would like to know because I have elderly people in my family. Okay. Yeah, so I'm getting a yes. At first it was kind of like, well, I think what I'm picking up on is that the people around Trump are going, should we give him something? Should we not give him something right now? But I think they're going to go ahead and give him something. Damon's in the house. Kathy Beal is in the house. We're having a show on the 17th. We're having a political astrology show. Let me bring my table up a little bit. Let me grab the nefarious cards. Yeah, but what's the... I don't know of any drugs for dementia. I would like to know about it. You know, family, that kind of thing. Let's pull 3 cards on Trump. Himself. See, these are the cards that are not like the nefarious cards. These are the ones that Tia sent. Tarot de St. Croix. By the way, whomever sent me a new deck of tarot cards, thank you. I just picked them up. I'll bring them out on Wednesday. No, there is not a spiritual political astrology podcast tomorrow. David's saying my manicotti has the cure for what? For dementia? I wish it did. But you're a little bit late. I was talking about that I made the most delicious piece of fish earlier that I'm really proud of, and I'm going to remember how I did it. Okay, 3 cards about Trump. Well, let me know, Lisa, which ones are available for dementia. Like, there's not a cure for dementia, so I'm wondering what the drugs are for dementia. Yes, I'm talking about the Hirschfeld cards. Did you send them to me, Warren? Because I didn't notice any return address. What? Wait, hang on. Hang on, everybody. Were those from you, Warren? What state is known for its small drinks? Minnesota! I bet Tim Walz knows that joke. Trump. No, I do not know who he is. I'm doing my best right now to stay on one topic because I don't want to lose people. Terry's in Salem, Mass. I tried to get together with Terry today because, Salem's just right up the road here. Let's just talk briefly about dementia. Okay, so there isn't any medication to cure dementia. There is something that slows it down. Yeah, okay. Oh, we'll do a group hug momentarily. Please, in the meantime, hit the thumbs up. I'm reading on Trump. Please like and share and subscribe. Please book a reading. It's getting desperate. I love you guys. Trump, King of Cups. Trump actually believes that he's going to win this. Speaking of losing it. He actually believes that he's going to win this. Trump actually believes that he's going to win the debate. He believes that he's going to do the same thing that he did with Joe Biden. Now, here's the question. Does he think... Does Trump think that he's debating Joe Biden? Let's ask the pendulum. It's possible. It's possible because he's still talking about running against Biden and he's not. Does Trump, by chance, think he's debating Joe Biden tomorrow? You know what? I'm getting a no, but the pendulum's kind of going around, too. It's not a close election. They're wrong. The polls are... I think that he's slipping into thinking that he's debating Joe Biden. And then they tell him, no, you're debating Kamala Harris. And I'm picking up that he keeps slipping into thinking that he's debating Joe Biden. I am serious. And Rose got a strong yes. He thinks he's debating Joe Biden. I feel like that he does slip into that he thinks he's debating Biden, but then they set him straight. So Warren, I'm assuming that you sent the cards. I'm not familiar with those cards, but thank you. I look forward to going through them. So he thinks he's going to win the debate. The judgment's going to be on him because what Kamala Harris is going to do is she's going to ask him about his specific crimes. See, I'm saying my pendulum said he won't show up for the debate. We'll look at that too. Oh, okay. That's a brand new deck that I got. Okay, I'll pull that on Wednesday after I familiarize myself. His cheese is done gone off his cracker. Do I think Trump will wear an earpiece so that his team can help him answering questions and cheat? You mean an invisible one? He thinks he's going to win. The Nine of Pentacles. Kamala Harris has a whole list of things in her mind that she can go to. See, understand, she's a prosecutor. I'm not a prosecutor. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know how your brain gets wired when you're in that kind of a profession. But let me tell you, Yeah, I believe you, Damon. He's really freaked out. I really do feel like Kamala Harris's brain got wired in such a way that she's thinking crime and the details about the crime and the punishment for that crime and crime, the details about the crime. I just really think it's right in the forefront of her mind, and it's a lot. So the judgment card is saying that Trump is going to be really, really judged by the American people according to what his responses are. Like, people are just going to go, whoa, whoa, except for the people in the cult. Let's do, I have something else to show you, but let's do, I used to be a baker, but I couldn't make enough dough. That's an old one. We're going to do a group hug. I'll tell you something funny. This building is attached to an Italian bakery, so I get up in the morning and I smell bread. That guy's rolling in the dough. I know him. That just reminded me of that. Expecting 30 million viewers for the debate. Okay, so hit the thumbs up, please, and then we'll do a group hug. We're going to do a group hug. I want to do a group hug about this, but you can group hug about anything. That the mainstream media starts now telling the absolute truth. Okay, can we do that? That the mainstream media now starts telling the absolute truth. And I mean, he's off the rails, a proven, clear and present danger to our lives and the lives of the people of the rest of the world. Okay? So I want mainstream media to step it up, and we're going to do a group hug about that, which helps with the debate and everything. Okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, and speaking of that, we're working on sending a group email to mainstream media. Yeah, actually, and Warren's saying MSNBC was commenting on how the mainstream media was not doing its job. I've sent them numerous emails. Yogi Bear, you're funny. Okay, let's do this. Guess who's back from their summer recess? The clown show has returned. Yes, they have. Baby, you just ain't seen nothing yet. Yeah, he said he'd kill his enemies. Yeah, Trump said he's going to kill his enemies. And the media said nothing. Well, it's not like he wouldn't kill them. Let's ask this. Is mainstream media going to finally get scared enough to start telling the truth? Is that going to happen where they just get scared enough to tell the truth? I'm getting a yes on that. Okay, Joe Scarborough was on an epic rant this morning. Yeah, and Lawrence O'Donnell kind of started it. Well, Damon, I mean, my pendulum says that they will. Will the real Trump show up? Yogi Bear's asking. You have to define real Trump. I'm getting a strong yes that the mainstream media anchors are going to get very scared, and that's going to make them tell the truth when they realize their lives are on the line, and that's not hyperbole. All right, 3 cards about the MAGAs returning. Generally, how it's going to go. You think Melania will show up in Dump's place? I saw a bumper sticker today that said "Dump Trump." You've probably seen it, but I'd like to see more. David saying, I think ABC will be aggressive with fact-checking during the debate. Let's read on that, too. Will the moderators be aggressive? Oh, okay, I'm getting a yes. So I know we don't want to get our hopes up because our hopes have been dashed so many times, but it looks like since we're getting so close to the election, they're waking up. Mainstream media is waking up. We are in the period of time right before 9/11. Today's 9/9. Yeah. Let me tell you something. Our national security is more at risk now than it was in 2001. Yeah. So what I'm reading on right now is the MAGAs coming back to Congress to have clown shows after clown show. You know, they said they're going to subpoena Tim Walz. Why? Because he's running for vice president with Kamala Harris. He's like, they're going to subpoena Tim Walz just because he's part of democracy? Yeah. Yeah, mainstream media, it looks like they know our democracy is on the line. So as far as MAGA's coming back, they're a little bit not sure of what they can get away with after the news about Russia interfering with our news, media, and social media has come out so strongly. Yeah, subpoena Tim Walz over a claim that he mishandled COVID funds. Who? I'm not justifying it. There was a lot of that going on, and I don't feel like Tim Walz intentionally misused COVID funds. Soon the MAGAs are going to do the walk of shame. What I see right now is they feel a little bit in a conundrum because of what's happened while they've been in recess. Yeah. Thanks, Kathy. I think that it wasn't just that. As far as them deciding to subpoena Tim Walz, it wasn't only that. They're grasping at straws. Thank you, Zircon. And they're also looking for evidence that he's a Chinese spy. I mean, it's just like they think they're in Russia because they're working for Russia. Yeah, exactly. Muddy in the water. It's so obvious, right, Zircon? To us, to all of us, to Kathy too. The Democrats are coming back strong. The Democrats are coming back to Congress strong. Yeah, heaven forbid that a candidate can speak a foreign language, as if any of them can. Exactly. A neighbor stole your Harris sign, Suzanne? We'll buy you another one. Wait, I have an idea about that. Let me just throw this out there. So somebody stole your Harris sign from the lawn. It's getting to be close to Halloween season. You can probably get something really scary to happen when somebody goes to steal your Kamala Harris sign. Don't you think? Yeah, the MAGAs can't even speak proper English. Yeah, we should be able to subpoena the MAGAs in Congress for misusing our taxpayer dollars. I'm right with you on that. So, Suzanne, how about that? We gotta help out Suzanne here. Somebody stole her Kamala Harris sign. Was it on the lawn? Dog poop in a paper bag? Yeah, that would work. I'm thinking of like, if they move it, that there's this big blood-curdling scream, because you can get that kind of thing with Halloween coming up next month. Kamala Harris being in running for president is scaring the crap out of MAGA. Evelyn saying, I bring my sign in at night and put my American flag back up. Good for you. Lauren Boebert and Marjorie Trader Green got money. We're going to look at that right now. We're going to look at, actually, let's use the pendulum. But before I do that, I want to show you, I'm not an artist, I'm not like a drawing artist, but I did make something for you. Hang on. It's right here. Okay. Here's what I made for you. I love you guys. I do all this work for you. Here's my little diagram with all the news about the DOJ uncovering all this Russian collusion. I made you a little story. Okay, you ready? Let's pause for my little story. Yeah, the fascists are desperate to find something to stop Harris and Waltz because the MAGAs are working for Russia and it's all coming out, and they need to cancel out, they need to destroy our democracy because that's what Vladimir Putin wants. All right, here we go. I don't know if you can see this. I'll do my best. Pretend you're in school. In 2016, there was a Russian election interference. Bear with me. Trump says, Russia, if you're listening, now see my, this is my drawing. These are little bots. These are Russian bots. So they were listening. So in 2016, they interfered with our presidential election. In July of 2018, 7 Republicans go to Moscow. Trump beats Hillary. This is still 2016. I know. What? Then Trump fires James Comey because he's the FBI director. And so Trump fires him because he knows all about the Russian collusion in 2016. So he invites Russia into the White House. Lavrov, foreign minister in Russia, Lavrov, and how do I say that? Kislyak, the ambassador to Russia, closed to the press. This is my teacher's coming out, right? Closed to the press. So Trump gets into the White House, fires James Comey, the director of the FBI, who knew all about the Mueller report, right? All that was in it. Then Trump invites Lavrov and Kislyak into the White House, and it was closed to the press. Then, are you guys paying attention? Then, in July 2018, Trump met with Putin at Helsinki to what, I called that a 9/11 moment. I did at the time. Trump meets with Putin at Helsinki, and he claims he believes Putin didn't interfere in the 2016 election. You know why? Because Putin said he didn't do it. And that was when Putin just stood there and smirked a lot. And then tossed a soccer ball. He was giving away. That's why I'm writing this all out here. Then, we're over here now. Putin smirks a lot. Then, warning, the world is stunned by this. Yeah, no translator notes. The world is stunned that the President of the United States throws his own intelligence under the bus to favor Vladimir Putin. The world is stunned. January 6, 2021 happens when Trump loses the election. I skipped some things here, or it would be too long. February 2022, after Trump is gone, sort of, Putin invades Ukraine. Through propaganda, he divides the people of Russia and Ukraine. I want you to think with me for a second. Russia and Ukraine were kind of like the United States and Canada. They knew people in each other's countries. They were friends. Putin tells, through Russian propaganda, psychological warfare really, tells the people that Ukraine were Nazis and that the Russians had to save the Ukrainians from the Ukrainian Nazis. All right, so that's how deep their propaganda goes. January 26th happened. I already went there. The GOP voted against helping Ukraine because they're working for Russia. The GOP voted against helping Ukraine, and they start their anti-Ukraine propaganda. Lavrov gets mad after Ukraine aid finally is released and says, Lavrov said, when MAGA Mike finally caved, Lavrov said, after the aid got released to Ukraine, he looks forward to our upcoming escalation of being divided. Then Russia funneled countless money to was always funneling countless money to American media outlets. We find out, is it in time to save us for election 2024? Thank you for hearing me out. There it is. All right, did you follow that? Hi, Michael. How you doing? In a nutshell. Yeah, that was my in a nutshell version. It was the best I could do, but I was really compelled to draw that out for you so you could just see it's been Russia all along. And really in a nutshell. Thank you. I did that in like 10 minutes. We're not going back. Okay, in a nutshell. Thank you. Took a little effort. I do what my guides tell me to do. In a nutshell, all the hell that we have gone through in this country is due to Russian interference. Period. End of story. There's no other way to put it. Glad I'm on nice and relaxing time now. Dad joke, if two vegetarians get in an argument, is it still called a beef? I don't think so. Oh, good. John got to see it all in front of his computer. You can always rewind it, queue up where the lesson began. I'm going to pull a couple of cards. Yeah, Russia was always the enemy. We used to be scared of Russia. I forgot about how Putin told Trump, don't stand by any windows. Actually, this is what I'm going to do. I want to read on the MAGAs in Congress and how they're doing. Shaking in their boots is what I get. I definitely get shaking in their boots. I'm going to pull 3 cards about Putin. And how Putin is doing in the face of the DOJ letting everything out of the bag. How's Putin doing? Yes, MAGA Mike is definitely one of the Russian puppets. Yeah. We know about the Cuban Missile Crisis if we had history. Yeah. Well, we know, Michael. We know that we've been enemies with Russia, but just similar to Putin rationalizing invading Ukraine by this huge lie that there were Ukrainian Nazis tormenting and torturing and killing Ukrainians, and the Russian people, a lot of them believed it. How Putin's doing? Okay. I'm just going to tell you. I'm just going to tell you. Yogi Bear sees Putin running away with Benny Hill's theme music in the background. All right, so here we go. And Darlene saying Ivana conveniently fell down the stairs. I just want to tell you that Ivana legitimately fell down the stairs, and that's just, you come from my psychic impressions, and that's what I have for you. And if it was different, I would tell you. My impression, I mean. Russian citizens are suffering. Okay, so what I really want to... Yeah, Putin really stepped up this crap when the internet came along. What I really want you to know is we're praying and we're intending, and this is... I do feel like Putin had a plan for this election to interfere in a major way, like they did before, but this isn't our first rodeo, this is our second rodeo. So, the High Priestess is that Putin's still keeping secrets. The Wheel of Fortune means this big expose by the DOJ. Remember, all the MAGAs in Congress want to defund the FBI and the CIA and the DOJ, because that's what Putin needs to have happen. All these Americans that are all anti-democracy is because Putin needs an anti-democracy message within these United States in order to succeed at his mission to destroy the United States of America. I'm not going to argue about Ivana right now. Because we went through all that for weeks, and I just got done with it. Anyway, so Putin needs the American people to go full-on anti-democracy, because Putin is his only hope of staying in any position of leverage. Vladimir Putin's only hope, I'm just telling you, this is his only hope, is to take America down, and to do it internally in the United States rather than, doing it some way that would be more cumbersome. So how Putin's doing is Putin is hoping for another January 6th. But January 6th is going to be proven to be connected to Russia. Will the Trump team bring up the Afghanistan withdrawal? What Trump team? I don't understand what you mean. Tea leaves. What do you call two monkeys who share an Amazon Prime account? Primates. Let's pull some cards. If they bring up Afghanistan, she will strafe him over it? Is that a word? We know what happened in Afghanistan. We know how Trump made sure he set it up so that there was no other option. We know that Trump got 5,000 Taliban prisoners freed. That Trump ruined anything that resembled any kind of progress that was made in Afghanistan. So if they bring that up, guess what? We have the receipts. They can bring it up all they want. They got nothing. Let's be clear. They've got nothing. 3 cards about MAGA Mike. Speaker of the House, MAGA Mike. Trump praised Putin this weekend. Yes. Here's the thing. Honestly. Of course they're blaming Biden, Angela. Does that surprise you at all? I'm sure it doesn't surprise you at all that they're blaming Biden for Afghanistan. They need to manipulate and contrive all the actual facts to fit their story. MAGA Mike is abhorrent. Warren, I already answered that question. MAGA Mike is going to try to be the magician and weasel his way out of the crimes he's going to be accountable. I'm not going to answer the question. I already answered the question about a potential government shutdown. Biden ended a 20-year war. Hello. Yeah. Jake Sullivan gave a clear and concise timeline of what happened in the White House press briefing this morning. I didn't see that. Yes, history on Afghanistan is on video from when Trump started releasing prisoners of war and other crazy things. Yeah. You mean YouTube? That would be good to watch. Okay. We have a gift. We have a gift reading. Come back on Wednesday. I'm going to announce a gift reading. Oh, look, there's 2 of me. I'm behind me. See? Hi. We only need 1 of me. Soon it'll be getting dark early, so I'll just be closing the curtain. MAGA Mike. He's trying to be the contortionist and contort himself The Five of Wands, he's got some big challenges coming at him. And the Queen of Pentacles, they don't really know what to do with the strong female energy. Yeah, we're going to be okay no matter what. We are. The Annette behind me is making Damon manicotti. I like that. Put it on the phone. We need a bell. Jim Jordan. We're going to pull 3 cards about Jim Jordan. And here's the other thing. Thank you, Zircon. All my business is dried up. I'm not doing any readings, and I'm really trying to figure out what to do. Just so you know, it's a win-win when you book a reading. Putin wants us to destroy each other. Yes, that's the plan. That is the plan. Jim Jordan. Oh, and the other thing that we're going to read on is The Apprentice. All right? Damon's happy. We're gonna, the movie The Apprentice, does anyone know when we get to see that movie? Because I feel like it's before... No, I don't feel like Trump got any of Harris's debate questions. The movie The Apprentice... Michael got a reading last week. Just throw it up there how you liked it. And October would be great, though. That would be, yeah. I'd like to find out for sure because Trump was trying to get that stopped. Jim Jordan. Oh, Jim Jordan's going to come in there and he's going to start. Oh my gosh, he only has 1 speed. He only has 1 speed. Jim Jordan. He's just going to go in there. You know, crazy. It's not really going to work. He has too many things to lie about. Jim Jordan's going to run out of lies. He's going to run out of... I really do. I feel like the lies are going to run dry. Okay, October 11th is a release date. That feels like an auspicious date for the movie The Apprentice. Michael's saying he got a great reading. It really helped a lot. I'm here to help. I'm here to help. Okay. The card looks like JD. Yeah, it kind of does. We should read on him, too. Read Chuck Hefner's great quotes he's throwing up there. Ruth Ben-Gia. I have a hard time listening to Ruth Ben-Gia without getting terrified, and I'm trying to avoid being terrified as much as possible. Since it's getting a little bit late, let's ask the pendulum. Please hit the thumbs up while you're here, and please subscribe if you haven't already. It's just like boop, subscribed. That's it. It's painless. Nothing happens except you help me. You don't even get like notices in your email or anything when you subscribe. Okay. Just encouraging. Jim Jordan. Is Jim Jordan going to be held accountable for his crimes? Thank you, Rose, for the subscriber count. Jim Jordan will be held accountable for his crimes. Is Trump going to show up to the debate? Well, you know what? I think he's still deciding. It's not a strong yes that he's going to show up at the debate. Okay, Luna Storm saying, let's read about Dr. Phil and Trump. What do you want me to ask? If you want my psychic impression, I kind of feel like Dr. Phil is extremely money hungry, and I wouldn't be surprised if he was also being paid. You got a strong maybe about Trump showing up at the debate? Okay. Let's ask about Dr. Phil. Is Dr. Phil getting paid directly or indirectly from Russia? No. Did Dr. Phil just simply fall into the cult? He fell into the cult. There actually are people, yeah, he's a charlatan too, I get that. I'm not getting that he's directly getting money from Russia. But I'm getting a very strong message that Dr. Phil he's in cult. He's in cult brain. That's what happens to people that are in cult brain. In case you didn't know. I'm letting you know here. When people join a cult, I always tell you, read The Cult of Trump by Stephen Hassan. And an even better book by Stephen Hassan, in my opinion, is Combating Cult Mind Control. Read The Cult of Trump. What happens with cults is somebody who seemed really normal before, they get sucked in. It's literally psychological warfare that's going on. Oprah really needs to vet people. Did she make Dr. Phil famous? I don't know. Excuse the motorcycle behind me. I know it's annoying. Yeah, this is a nice Christmas, looks like a Christmas ornament, doesn't it? There was a company called Project Yourself. I haven't gotten any emails from them lately, but they had some great stuff. They'd always send me emails to order stuff. I'll have to look that up. Let's read on Marjorie Trader Green. 3 cards on Marjorie Trader Green. So Dr. Phil and Oz. Well, you know, Oprah didn't know. Yeah, these people, they get corrupted by their greed. Marjorie Trader Green. He's another con artist too. That's true. Oprah gave Phil. Yeah, that's how much TV I've ever watched. All right. We hear your groovy motorcycle. Jeez. It might be over there. It's so annoying. Marjorie Trader Green. I'll just talk loud. 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, the Moon. She's highly emotional that she's going to get caught and held accountable for January 6th. There's a 5 of Pentacles. She's feeling very scared. She's going to lose everything. 6 of Pentacles, all the evidence against her about being part of January 6th, the insurrection. The Moon is she's highly emotional and way off balance. They're having fun on the motorcycles, all right. Dr. Lee is amazing. The psychiatrist, yes. Now you're revved up, Zircon. Russians have also pushed the Ayatollah to arrange the proxies, Hezbollah, the Houthis, and probably Hamas to harass Israel. Yeah. Ukrainian president lost his 2 uncles and grandfather to the Nazis. I don't know why I'm not going to worry about it. I'm in the city, man. You know? It's the way it is. Summer's not going to last too much longer. I'm just going to have to close the doors. You have a bar that attracts the motorcycle fans, always lots of noise. Yeah, you know, let them have fun, I guess. How do Harley Davidson owners greet their parents with hugs and kisses? Okay. Hang on. Who needs security? Dr. Lee? Oh, finally they left. She's a psychiatrist. That's what I thought. And Anthony Davis on Midas Touch has had her on repeatedly to talk about how dangerously mentally ill Trump is. I mean, as if we didn't know, but it's good that Anthony Davis is doing that. And, you know, hats off to Anthony Davis, because I initially, when he was first on Midas Touch, I would get so angry at him because I felt like he was down on America. But he got a lot better, and I should write to him. I really should tell him that I appreciate his being more optimistic. Oh yeah, let's read on Florida. Let's read on Florida and Texas, and then we'll go away. You know, but join us tomorrow night for our Grassroots of Democracy guided meditation for a healed America. If you're not able to attend, just make sure that your name is on the grassrootsofdemocracy.com email list, because you will get it. What do we think about DeSantis' voting police? Let me tell you about DeSantis. I've always gotten from the get-go that DeSantis and Russia are in cahoots. And I think the people in Florida have had quite enough. Alright, so how are we doing on time? Because we still have tea leaves to read, and we have a hard stop on Mondays especially, because Monday's a Midas touch. I want to recommend that Jessica Denson's show from last Friday night was excellent. So definitely check that out. Lights on Midas Touch. You live in Wauchula, Florida, and see no Trump signs this time? Wow! Death Satan is in Russia? He's in Russia? The fascist is in Russia? You're all giving me the countdown. 4 minutes to go. Okay, it looks like I'm going to the tea leaves. We have lots more to talk about. I want to also tell you that I did record a song today. I managed to squeeze in 1 hour in the studio. I went in, I recorded my song about 9/11. I'm going to have it up and available to you by 9/11, which is by Wednesday. You can listen to it, you can share it, and I'll tell you more about that on Wednesday. Really grateful that I got into the studio. Yes, I am on Substack. I write 3 articles a week under Grassroots of Democracy group, so make sure, thank you for mentioning it, make sure that you sign up there. As far as, subscribe. This is an interesting figure here. Underneath Mercury, we have, it looks a little like Cocapelli. It looks like the artists are going to start coming out now and communicating, the artists and the celebrities. Yeah, Grassroots of Democracy group on Substack. Just type it in the search bar on Substack. Louisiana's getting a storm. Well, we are in hurricane season. The Mars energy, there's going to be a lot. Okay, this looks like somebody with a telescope looking at these wars with bringing it closer to seeing what's going on. I do feel a lot of breaking news about the wars that are going on right now in terms of what's behind it. So look for that. And underneath here, what do we see? What do you guys see there? That looks like a microphone too. That looks like somebody holding a microphone. There's going to be a lot of, this week, there's going to be a lot of celebrities speaking out. Let's ask this too. With 2 minutes to go, is that a donkey? It's what you see. There's like part of a face here, which is like, it looks a little sinister. Like the smirk. Look for the people that are smirking. You see a goat? That would indicate hard work, I think. On the left, a goat. Yeah, and that would indicate something to do with Capricorn. Where's the moon today? The moon is in Sagittarius. Okay, great. You signed up for my Substack. Excellent. Let me ask this. Are we going to get news about... Yeah, we're going to get more in-depth news about wars that are going on right now. You see the smirk? Yes, there's a smirk. Look for the smirk. Notice the smirk. And who's smirking? Well, Putin was one. I mentioned that. And you know who else smirks? Is MAGA Mike. Beware of the smirk. That means they're up to something. Yes, hard work and determination. The moon will be in Capricorn in a couple days. Right now it's in Sagittarius. Before you go, the screaming goat, Lord Trump, maybe. Before you go, hang on a second. I want to tell you that it really is true that my income has dropped by more than half, and I'm a little freaked out. I do have some classes coming up. So book a reading because it helps you, and I'm a spiritual life coach too, and clearly I'm not doing a very good job of promoting. Jesse Waters has a smirk. Yeah, look for him to be fired. We're working on it. I'm just going to show you this much. I have classes coming up. It's not on my website yet, but mark your calendar, September 21st. I have all these classes coming up. You could take a screenshot of that before I go, but this will all be up on my website when Terry gets back, because she's gallivanting around Salem right now. I didn't get together with her. I guess we both, our schedules didn't jive up, but she's with a friend visiting Salem. All right, psychicandetdion.com is where you got to book a session, and I'll see you tomorrow at Grassroots of Democracy, and please check out Church of Spirituality, our service that was a memorial to 9/11 and victims of gun violence. All right, let's go watch Midas Touch. Thank you all for being here. Lots of love. I feel it. All right, namaste. See you soon.